So I'm manifesting that the right people find this message. If you found this video, if it popped up on your For You page, um, you most likely just had like a mental breakdown, okay? And I want to tell you real quick, you're not crazy, and I know that it feels heavy right now what you're dealing with. The thing is that you're not like other people. You are a seer, you are intuitive, you are a witch, whatever you want to call it. To be witch, it means that you are a wise one, okay? And as this old soul, you feel deeply, and feeling deeply can sometimes feel like a curse. It feels like you see things that other people don't see, and it feels like you've just been harboring. I'm hearing the word guilt come through, this truth of what you've experienced and what you've seen. And it feels like this energy coming through, everything has been this conglomeration of your past experiences, right? And as much as you've tried to muster through and push through, it just feels like, you're always trying to catch up with yourself. And it feels like this energy coming through of heavy is the head that wears the crown. Okay, so this is a message coming through for the chosen ones. And when I say that, I don't say it lightly. Everyone in your family, like they had the choice to pick up this badge, to pick up this crown, is what I'm hearing. You had psychic powers and abilities that were passed down to you. And you're not the only person in your family who has these gifts, but you're the only person who actually had the courage to go for it, to actually pick the baton up and carry this path on forward. Okay, and so this path that you're walking is not for the weak. It's not for anybody who is just, trying to numb themselves and just trying to suppress. Like you've been feeling a lot of energies, and it's like you can't suppress the truth. You can't suppress your intuition. And the reason why you feel like it's like you feel like you're not worthy of some position is what I'm hearing. There's this position that was granted to you that you've inherited. It's not something that was just given to you. It's more like it's an inheritance, okay? So the first energies that we have coming through, we have planetary wisdom, okay? And so this is showing me that everything's like lining up for you right now, okay? Especially the chaos that you're being consumed by, okay? And so there's this energy of chaos, but Spirit's saying that there is a divine intelligence behind the chaos. Okay, we also have Dracula's Heiress, and this card is saying that you come from a bloodline of powerful seers, is what I'm hearing. Okay, you're very much in tune and psychic, and there have been lies that have been subconsciously whispering in your ear, trying to tell you that you are not worthy of this powerful position. Ooh, I'm feeling emotional right now. Ooh, okay. It's been really hard, and I know that it's been like a battle, an uphill battle, okay? And it's like you're feeling this energy come through of like not feeling like you're worth the title. But the truth is that you don't have to prove yourself to be worthy, that you just are because of the bloodline, the ancient power. It's an ancient power that's inside of you, and it is older than the tales of time, is what I'm hearing. Like you could not even fathom the power of the lineage that you come from. Okay? Just really sit in that for a second. There is a lot of power in your lineage, and Spirit is saying that this path that you're taking as this generational curse breaker, like I said, it's not for the weak or faint of heart. Okay, we have the reveal card coming through as well. And so the reveal card coming through is showing that you're ready to push past the resistance. You are stronger than the resistance that's trying to make you suppress your power and your light. You are the light, even though sometimes you feel like you're darkness. You're not. You're just surrounded by darkness. You were born into darkness. You were around people who wanted to numb themselves in the darkness because of the darkness that happened to them. And so therefore, you ended up being consumed by the darkness and believing that you were dark yourself. But you're not. You're a shadow walker. You walk into shadow with the light torch. Okay? So we also have the protectress coming through, and it says strength, boundaries, and amulet. Your energy is valuable, protect it well. And so a message that I'm hearing is that it feels like a lot of your energy's been leaking out, okay? And it's like there's this energy of not feeling rooted or grounded in yourself. And it's time for you to ground yourself and fix your crown. Remember who the F you are. Okay, like I said, this path that you're walking, that you're treading upon, is not for the faint of heart. It's not for, your average Joe 9 to 5 people. Like, maybe you do have a 9 to 5 job, but I'm saying like your spirit is ancient. You carry this old soul who has accumulated so much wisdom. Like you had past lives as being like a teacher, a guru, a prophet. Okay, you are a prophet is what I'm hearing. And whenever you see things, a lot of times it feels like a burden, because not only are you feeling the energies and you're seeing things, it's like you feel like a prophet in the desert and nobody wants to freaking listen to you, right? And so there's this energy coming through, like you're just going through these growing pains right now. We have the growing pains card. It says healing, patience, and unconscious. It's a process, right? And so no matter how you're feeling right now, even in the moments where you're not feeling like you're good enough or worthy of this baton that has been passed down to you, Spirit's saying that you have intrinsic value. You are worthy even when you feel like shit, okay? We also have the Witch card. So this is all amplified, especially with the Santa Muerte card coming through. Now, some of you guys watching this might be Santa Muerte devotees, okay? And if you are, this is saying that she's helping you to eradicate all that doesn't serve you, all these limiting beliefs that make you, trip up and fumble, right? It's like you feel like you're tripping up and fumbling or like tracking back, like backtracking is what I'm hearing. But the truth is that you're not backtracking, okay? It's a process, right? Life is not linear. It's not just going forward up. It's a spiral. And as we spiral, sometimes we come back to things that we thought we outgrew. We thought that, oh, I thought I was done with this lesson. Why is this showing up again? Why are these emotions coming up again? Okay. And so right now, Spirit wants you to approach it from a different lens, right? Instead of seeing it as like, oh, well, I always fall back into that toxic default, or, oh, I come from this and so I'm that, you know what I'm saying? Like Spirit is saying, like, it's time for you to be an alchemist in the situation. And even though maybe this has been a residual thing that you keep coming back to, the difference this time is that you're realizing that you are an alchemist. You are a witch. Okay, we have the Witch card coming through. Like I said, the word witch means to be a wise one. It's a wise person. Okay, it was always demonized. And so there's this energy of being chastised or demonized or outcasted, or black sheep is what it's giving, okay? And it says creatrix, lotus flower, and free will. Now, the lotus flower, I will say, the lotus flower represents growing from the mud, okay? The lotus flower comes through the mud unscathed. It comes through very harsh conditions, really nasty. When it comes out beautiful without any mud on it, right? And so this is your prophecy. This is your prophecy, is the prophecy of the lotus flower. And it says, I wasn't always like this, I had to create who I am, okay? And so there is a message coming through that you've made so much progress, okay? You've made so much progress, and whatever temporary setback that you're dealing with right now, the devil is a liar. That's all I have to say. And if you let the devil ride, he gonna drive. And what that means is that, like, it's like Spirit's calling you to set up boundaries with the worm voice, okay? It's the worm voice, the voice of the enemy, okay? The enemy within. And it's the smaller self that feels like you're not good enough, or that you can't pursue something because you don't have the capabilities to do it, or like nobody would care just because of your past experiences, feeling like nobody heard you or you were always misunderstood, okay? I'm hearing let certain individuals misunderstand you, but it's time for you to start understanding yourself, okay? Now, we have some pre-written cards that I have here, and it's so crazy because we had generational curses, right? We have generational curses twice in this message, okay? So double whammy here. Now, here's what's happening. You're realizing it's like you went into this default of this victim mentality is what's coming through here, okay? And like I said, don't listen to the worm brain. Now we have the Midas touch. Everything you touch comes to life. Healer, green thumb, Reiki master in your hands. Okay, so like I said, you have a lot of these ancestral gifts. You might have inherited the curses, but you also inherited the gifts. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, boo. Okay, that's the reason why you feel heavy. It's not because you're inadequate. It's not because you're imperfect. It's because you have this humble spirit, and you know that this path that you're treading upon, like, you care a lot, right? You're not somebody, it's like a royal person who, between two people who have, let's say, power at the throne, right? They have a power it's in a position, like a powerful position is what I'm hearing. You can have the one who's just spoon-fed and is born with a silver spoon, and so, like, they neglect their power and they just throw their power around, right? But you, on the other hand, you've been in the lowest of lows, right? And whatever this position of power that you're stepping into, it definitely feels like being a seer, a preacher, a teacher, a prophet, right? It's like great power comes great responsibility. And that's the only reason why you feel heavy. It's not because you're not worthy. It's not because, like, who am I to do this? Like, yes, it is you to do this. You are the chosen one to do this, boo. Okay, so you are a Reiki master, you are a healer, okay, you are a prophet, all right, and so this season you're being activated, all right, and so you're just going through growing pains. Understand, like, you're purging out the limiting beliefs, that way you can get on the throne, okay? We have the I am presence card coming through. I am, okay? I am that I am. So Spirit is saying that you're stepping into your I am power this season, and you're letting go of those feelings of, not feeling worthy, okay? Fixing your crown. I will say this is the perfect example of alchemy with this card. Whenever I drew this card, this is from my own oracle deck that I made, but when I drew this card, I was crying. Like, I was crying, and I was like, I don't want to just sit here in the pain. I need to do something. And so I just started drawing, and I drew this woman who's crying not only from her regular eyes, but she's also crying from her third eye, right? And it's saying that, like, yes, it hurts to feel deeply, but there is a sacredness in how much you feel. You're sacred, you are powerful, and you are loved. And your ancestors, you have a whole freaking army of ancestors that are walking behind you, okay? They are rooting for you. They are holding your hand right now. They are patting you on the back. They are so proud of you for how much you've overcome. All of the darkness that you've overcome that people in your family didn't have the courage to break away from, okay? And so we also have new opportunity coming through, and it says staying open, and it's ace energy. And so this is showing Spirit wants you to stay open, even amidst the pain. Breaking open to let the light in. And when you stay open and you just surrender, it just feels like a time period of crying, purging, and just surrendering. And whenever you do this, look, your throat chakra is going to be activated. You become the seer who finally speaks, okay, who trusts the vision to vocalize it. And in doing this and speaking the truth, your intuition is going to be strengthening, okay? So let's get it popping. I want to see some more. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, we do have some astrological cards, okay? So we have the square challenge card, okay? So like I said, it's feeling like this disruption that's feeling inside of you, but it's like destroying in order to create, right? This is what's happening with you. We also have the Aries card. You're here to question the status quo is what I'm hearing, okay, with Aries and square energy. This is definitely, I'm hearing this energy of break the rules. You came here to break the rules and to start something new, to be something new. We also have Mercury communication, so throat chakra activation with Mercury, okay, followed by the numinous mystery. This is all about ESP and psychic abilities. And so you are chosen to be a psychic prophet in this day and age, is what I'm hearing here. Okay, so this message coming through, this found you in divine timing. And I just want to say, I know how hard it is to be an empath, to be a psychic like this. It's hard. And it takes a lot of courage to step forward and lead, and vocalize truth, right? You know why? Because for a long time in our DNA carries memory, right? And so we had so many generations of people who were told, especially if you were more either a bruja or a healer, right, work with herbs and things like that, people were chastised. People were chastised for living in power, living in wisdom, right? Because it's a divine intelligence that guides us. And it's so simple, but it was always demonized. And you are the sacred one in this modern age to bring that to light and to be the truth bearer, right? And it's like you're going from being the prophet who is screaming in the desert and wondering, like, where are the people? Nobody's here, right? But Spirit is saying, like, whenever you keep calling, whenever you keep speaking, I'm hearing you're calling your ships and you're calling the people. Okay, you're awakening the others, is what I'm hearing. It's more than just awakening the others. It's like you're tapping into those who are also like you and reminding them, I'm hearing, that they are also lions. You are a lion, is what I'm hearing, and it's time for you to roar. It's time for you to trust. Okay? So yes, your voice, your throat chakra is being activated. You have a message, is what I'm hearing, and that's another reason why you get stressed out and feel anxious. Is because, like, especially with this fire energy with the Aries, I'm hearing like anxiety whenever you hold back, anxiety whenever you don't vocalize the truth. You have to speak the truth. You have to express it artistically, whatever it is. Okay. So like I said, I don't really do messages like this, but it felt urgent. Okay. Yes. Look, the King of Swords. This is literally a throat chakra activation and trusting your vision, trusting your knowledge. You're very knowledgeable is what I'm hearing. We have the Eight of Swords coming through, okay? So it's literally complete opposite energy to the King of Swords. The devil is a liar, okay? And I feel like, as an intelligent person, it's usually the most intelligent people who overthink things, okay? And so this season, Spirit is calling you to stand in your knowing and be bold in your truth, okay? Be bold in your voice. We have the Three of Wands coming through, and we have the Four of Cups. And that's what I was saying. Look, your shifts are coming in, but I'm hearing it's going to start coming in a way that you're not really going to expect it, okay? And that's why Spirit's saying for you to be open, because sometimes things will come in slowly, and you'll see like the breadcrumbs of the evidence is what I'm hearing, okay? So there's going to be a breadcrumb evidence that you're on the right path. You just got to keep your eyes open, okay? We have the King of Cups. And so Spirit is saying, like, this season, it's time for you to feel your way through this lesson, okay? To feel the emotions that lay dormant underneath, okay? Let's get some more. And the Empress, yes, bro, I love this for you. So the Empress is saying that you are already that BITCH, okay? This is you standing in your sovereignty, being a creatrix, and taking the power back and no longer letting your outer circumstance dictate how you feel about your worthiness, okay? So let's get into some clarifiers here. Okay, look, we have the star at the bottom of the deck, beautiful, aligning back with your North Star, your dreams, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable, break open, heal, and then get to live and move, period. So clarify the King of Swords. Let's see. The Seven of Swords. The devil is a liar. Okay. Imposter syndrome is also what I'm feeling here with the Seven of Swords and the King of Swords. Okay. And I just feel like Spirit wants you to know this is your confirmation today. You are that person. You are intelligent. You have a lot of wisdom to share with people, a lot of knowledge, okay? You have a very strong, acute mental focus. I'm hearing you're very much quick-witted, okay? I'm hearing something about like writing. All right, so Spirit is saying that you need to start writing again. That's what I just heard for somebody, okay? That's also going to help you, okay? Especially if you're having that mental breakdown, like I said. Clarify the Eight of Swords, Spirit. Eight of Swords, the Six of Wands. I want to get this one too, what's this? And the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so like I said, things are going to start pouring in a little bit by little bit. You're going to be successful. Spirit's saying keep on putting your stuff out there. Keep on showing up and watering your garden, okay? I'm hearing these tears have a purpose. These tears have a purpose to water the garden, okay? And so as long as you allow it to alchemicalize and have a purpose, the tears have a purpose, okay? If you want to affirm that down below, okay? So clarify the Three of Wands, Spirit. I'm hearing that you don't have to fight for places that you belong in. Okay, you're not going to have to fight for this. This is something that's going to just happen because this is who you are as the seer. It just definitely feels like a time period where like it's like you've been activated. Okay, you're being initiated through the fire currently, okay? Clarify the Three of Wands, Spirit. Three of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and this is so beautiful. This is showing me definitely with the Three of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, this is exactly what you're attracting to yourself. And a Spirit wants you to know that you are worthy of this. You are worthy of love and support is what I'm hearing here, okay? Clarify the Four of Cups, Spirit. Four of Cups, we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so that's that energy that you've been feeling, what made you kind of have a mental breakdown, that you felt like you're falling back into that default of like being misunderstood and left out in the cold, okay? So let's see what this one is in the Five of Wands. Yeah, like I said, you're not going to have to compete for places that you belong in, okay? This is literally your inheritance. This gift that you have to be a psychic, okay? Yeah, look, we have the King of Cups clarified with the Four of Swords. Beautiful. You're going to be healing. Like, it's like pulling your energy away from other people's energy for a moment to recalibrate your emotions is what's coming through here, okay? So you have permission to pause. You have permission to go do what's best for you right now. Right now, Spirit's calling you to take care of yourself. Go do something to make yourself feel grounded. Like, take you a hot bubble bath, burn some incense, make you something yummy to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's going to help keep you grounded right now because that's what you need. You need softness in your life currently is what I'm hearing. Clarify the Empress, Spirit. Ooh. Empress, we have the Eight of Wands. Let's get one more. Eight of Wands and the Page of Cups. Okay, and look, the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Oh, that's so beautiful. We have equal counterparts. Okay, and so this, I'm hearing Spirit say that you're stepping into a season, even though at this moment it feels like maybe you were trying to manifest something, right? And like you feel like, oh, well, I just had this mental breakdown, so that counts me out. Spirit's saying, no, it doesn't. It shows that you're a freaking human, okay? But as long as you fix that heavy ass crown and get back up, boo, and keep standing in your power, keep walking like you have a crown on, keep walking like you have a whole freaking army of ancestors walking beside you, okay? That's what I'm hearing with this message. Spirit saying you come from royalty, you come from a powerful family bloodline is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so they're saying, hey, go do it. You feeling froggy, go drunk. This is giving the energies of like you waking up to who the F you are and knowing that this is your divine inheritance, okay? And happiness and abundance is your birthright. And being known and recognized for your talents and gifts is also a part of your birthright because these gifts are ancient, okay? This isn't the first time these gifts have been realized, is what I'm hearing, okay? And they've helped other ancestors, okay? You've had ancestors who have made their dreams a reality, okay? Through their gifts of being healers, okay? I'm hearing living the dream. You're going to be living the dream is what's coming through here. And this is going to happen a lot quicker than you even realize. You just have to keep your eye on the prize is what I'm hearing here, okay? And now we have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, and that's beautiful. Look, we have the Knight of Cups and the Fool and infinite possibilities with the Seven of Cups. I love it. I love it. Okay, look, High Priestess. Yes, you're a High Priestess. Exactly. Be confident with the King of Wands, okay? Be confident in yourself. Be confident in your gifts, okay? Your sensitivity is not a burden. It makes you beautiful. You're so beautiful for feeling this deeply and seeing things the world can't see, okay? You came here to give people new perspectives. You came here to open and crack people open, okay? And I know that sometimes people will sit there and try to make you feel like you're crazy for, feeling so deeply or like, dreaming so big, but like this is what makes you beautiful, okay? And so it's time to have fun and have joy again. Have joy in the process of knowing who you are. And it's not about arriving at a destination, it's about being the destination. You already are. You've already been here. You already are here, okay? So yes, it's so beautiful. I love it. Now let's go ahead and get you some final advice. So Spirit, what final advice do you have for the person watching today? Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay, okay? I promise. Everything's going to work out so much more, so much better than you even expect. We have the cross. It says choices, searching for purpose, and daydreaming. Okay, so yeah, this is that energy of like you might feel like you're at a crossroads currently. And you're like, that's what it is. You're shedding this old identity of what people expected out of you, okay, of being performative. And Spirit's calling you to no longer be performative. Okay, be your raw, most wild, authentic self. And if people don't like it, they can get on with the get on, period, okay? And daydreaming, exactly. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to feel your way through this next chapter. What feels good to you, okay? Because we got a lot of Cancer in the stars. I've talked about this recently in my other videos, but like, it's about feeling. It's about nostalgia, okay? We have the shadow coming through, wholeness, integration, repressed emotions. Speaking of Cancer energy and emotions, okay? So yeah, these are a lot of repressed emotions. You're going through the process of doing shadow work currently, okay? So you've been doing shadow work, and that's what this is. You're just going through the shadow period. And it's like a pendulum, okay? The pendulum goes to the highest of high and the lowest of lows, all the way up to the positive, all the way up to the negative, right? It's like a pendulum swing. And so right now you're in the shadow period, but you're being elevated, okay? And so it's creating momentum and you're about to go to the light, okay? This is what's happening here, okay? And as you're doing this, no longer feeling shame for who you are and your power, your truth, okay? Your message, okay? Period. It's time to integrate. It's time to carry yourself with softness. And we have the nest. It says charity, generosity, and gratitude. And so this is definitely giving me this energy come through of like be open. Like I said, to be generous, to be open, okay? And it doesn't even have to be just financially generous. Like this is literally giving like just have an open heart, right? And treat the world the way that you want to be treated, okay? Be of service, especially if you're feeling called to be of service spiritually as well, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we have shelter, spiritual growth, accountability, and healing. Yeah, you're going to another level. Like I said, this is an integration period, and you're rising. You're rising, boo. Right now, I don't feel like it. You're just getting rooted, okay? That's why it's been heavy. You're getting rooted, and you're about to push through the soil, period, okay? So that's 3.5 for you, darling. I hope this resonated, and I hope it helped. If it did, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out. And until next time, you have a blessed, wonderful day. Ta-ta.